Hey, it's Todd Ault. It's September 4th. November 4th. Well, I'm pretty messed up here. I'm getting ready to go to Dubai, and I got to be honest with you, I'm a little freaked out about the long flight, the different culture in the country, and all the things taking place there. This is the 4th of November. I think a year ago, we elected a different president, but it may not be today. For those of you who are short Peloton, congratulations. It's down 23% or $19.82. They can hear us, right? Everything good there?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I know that in the past that's been kind of a little bit of an issue. I just did tweet out about Naked Brands. Let me settle something for people who care about Naked Brands. The position I have right now is for DPL. It's owned, a subsidiary of Alt Global DPW. I don't consider it a gamble. When you look at the announcements they've made, my conclusion is that something is going to happen soon before year end. So I've decided to take a position. I've told people that this is a cheaper way to own something like a SPAC because they're not going to have all those warrants and all that issue because there's cash in the company. So I'm a believer that Naked Brands will do something. They will buy something. It'll be significant, I hope, and they're going to put that money to work. That's my belief. I've read through the filings. The reason once I read through the filings, I realized that the CEO is very motivated because of his position in the company, and he can't really sell anything until such a deal is done. So I assure you, if I put myself in his position, I would be looking to do a deal that allowed me in the future to be able to sell my holdings of the company. So in his case, I'm talking about Justin, I believe he has a deal that he's going to do. I'm not suggesting I know that he has one for sure. I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm not telling you to sell it. This show's for entertainment purposes. I do want to cover a couple other things, too, about the market and tweeting in general. When I send a tweet out, if I tell you I own a position, I generally will tell you if I sell it. So I'll say, hey, I bought this, I own it. If I sold it one day, I would say I sold it. Only when I tweet. Other than that, I have no obligation to tell you. But I feel like if I tell you that I bought a position, like I did with the IPO of MRAI. We bought 950,000 shares. I haven't sold a single share of it yet from the IPO shares. I don't. If I tweet a position, I'll tell you when I sell it. Okay, so I don't do what I think others do, which is they say they have a position, it rallies, and they dump on your head. I don't do that kind of thing. Now, if I don't tweet it, I have no obligation to say anything about what I've done. But I believe that if I tell you that I bought something, then I sure as shit better make sure that I tell you that I sold it. So I feel that's fair dealing. I feel like it's right, and I'm not a pumper and dumper. Despite what anyone says, never sold a share of DPW. I have raised money for DPW. DPW itself has raised money with an ATM and stuff like that. But I've never sold a single share. I do want to address another issue, and that is that a shelf is not an offering. A shelf that a public company files, in our case, mixed securities that Alt Global filed for, allows you to issue bonds, preferred, warrants, notes, all kinds of things. And it's a prudent thing to have in place, especially if you have long-term growth plans. We have not filed anything, any kind of, the shelf offering is just a shelf to say, hey, can we get permission to have this out there in the universe that we could use someday? We do not have a pending deal for that right now. So I want to be clear on that, because some people said there was an offering, which is not true. The old ATM we had in place has been in place for a long time. So I hope that is clarity for you. I do want to cover a couple positions that I have mentioned that we have, but first I want to say hello to Skyla. Skyla, how are you?
I'm good. Just trying to get everything situated for you for Dubai.
Yeah, it is a stressful time that I'm going to Dubai. I admit that that is a stressful time for us because it's a long trip and it's very important. We're going there. We are guests of Bitmain. We didn't say, hey, let's go to your conference. They invited us for various reasons, and so we're looking forward to being their guests. I talk about on the show positions we own. I'm going to give some full disclosure here. We are 13D filers, as we've said before, on Friedman Industries, FRD. We are 13D filers. Come on in, Chase. We are 13D filers on Alzamend, ALZN. By the way, great news today for Saba, SAVA. We are 13D filers on SSNT. We did tweet out that we own a position in BIVI. We talked about that we own a position in AG. We're not 13D filers, but the symbol AG. We are a 13D filer in HUSA, HUSA. We are a 13D filer in MDRR. Those are our 13Ds that we have out there that I believe. I think that's everything. You never know. Chase, how are you, buddy?
I'm well. Every day.
What are your thoughts on Dubai?
I'm not that psyched for the 16.5-hour flight, but I'm pretty pumped.
You know what everyone keeps telling me about Dubai? Oh my God, Todd, you can't cuss. You can't cuss.
You can't.
You can't.
Everyone says I can't cuss. Don't say the F word. Don't say the bad words. Don't put them on your Twitter. Don't
Yeah, you
put
can't
them
even
people
text
off.
bad words to people.
right.
Yeah.
My wife says I can't give her a kiss when I'm in Dubai in the
Not in
public.
public.
She can't go anywhere alone either.
Well,
Women are still
not-
have to be accompanied by a male there.
that's not true. I promise.
Really?
That's
Women
not
were
true.
just allowed to drive like very recently. I'm pretty sure.
Friends of mine have studied abroad there that are women. They can do things. They're just not allowed to do a lot of things.
I heard they're not allowed to go in public without a male supervisor, like a brother or a husband or something like that. You're not allowed to go in public alone.
Well,
Dubai's got Lambos,
speak to
but
it.
no sewer system. Okay.
no sewer system. Smells like New York in the summer. Then
I've been
assuming?
defending you all day on StockTwits, says JB. Well, I'm grateful you have to defend me, but for what reason?
People don't understand what an S3 is.
People don't understand that we're growing the company. I've told. It's so funny. You tell them what you're going to do. You tell them what you did. You tell them what you're doing, and they still don't like it. Like it's
Yeah.
like some mystery here. Hey, how's your Peloton? It's 23% cheaper today.
Yeah, I wish it was. They didn't give
The
me a
stock
refund.
is. It's $63 down $22.
It's down 22 today?
Yep.
Oh, wow. You weren't joking. It's getting hit.
You know someone that was short that stock at 140,
I
120?
do.
Yeah.
I do know somebody that was short at 140.
Yep. We made
wherever
money
it
there.
was.
We made money there.
Yeah, but I do like my Peloton. I know that you still like the product, but it was overvalued, certainly.
Oh, I do like the product, but what is it,
I love
40
it.
billion for Peloton or something? I don't know what it was.
Did you see what's that gym, Planet Fitness? See their earnings? They killed earnings. People don't want to work out in their living room anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Planet Fitness was up 16 or 17%.
People
today.
are back to it, right? Mm-hmm. The guy for the CEO of Take-Two is skeptical about the metaverse.
skeptical.
He's saying it could be unpopular for Facebook.
Well, I don't want to make PowerPoints in the metaverse and in real life. Just pick one.
I don't even know what it is. I mean, if you're talking about virtual reality stuff, I guess if you're using the headset, virtual reality and stuff like Afterlives and all those other things, all those other shows have been around for. I've used some of them.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't. Well, they think that some people think that our entire world is going to become digital.
You could argue that it's kind of digital because if you look at the
Certainly.
stuff about the moon and realize the moon is can circumference, it's absolutely perfect to be able to block out the sun during a solar eclipse, and what the moon does for the Earth. It's the only moon that they found that does the things that it does for our Earth. For basic, without the moon, we wouldn't live. Isn't that
Yeah,
crazy?
absolutely. A lot of people don't know
The
that.
moon gets knocked out, we're done.
But there's little things like that.
AEZS just reported earnings. Oh, really?
AEZS. Didn't we have a position there?
I thought we gave up on it at one point. I don't know. I'm going to check.
I
AEZS,
can't remember.
Those of you asking about our buddy
Jason?
Jason.
Okay.
Jason, my man, is not feeling well today. So he has taken the day off. Jason works a lot of hours at night now because he deals with Bitmain because he's the head of business development. So he'll be texting me at 2 a.m. because he's on the phone with China. So
that phrase.
Jason is not feeling well today. I don't know that he's sick. I think that he probably is tired, or he could be sick and tired. as
Well, when
Bill
you don't
Cosby
get
said.
sleep,
Yeah.
crazy things happen to you.
Sava
Yeah.
up a whopping 46% or $26.41 today on news that their study, they had no evidence of data manipulation in the 2012 company's technical papers. I'm going to go to
King, that's
the
funny.
comment section because the reason we're doing a show today is because I'm headed to Dubai and we're going to do the 150th episode from Dubai. We're going to try to do one tomorrow. It's going to be tight.
Good to know.
But we are going to do the 150th episode from Dubai.
With Crypto Joe and
It's
Chris,
a lot.
or
It's
what?
going to be a lot of messed up hours there, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're not.
It's gonna be late for you.
When are we gonna do that? What, like 10 o'clock at night?
More like 11 or 12.
Well, hold on a
11 or
second.
12 would
Hold on
be
a second.
4 or 5
If it's
in the
1 o'clock
afternoon.
here,
It's 11 hours.
Oh, on the East Coast, yes.
Yeah.
East
it's 11
Coast.
hours. It's 11 hours.
11
Yeah.
hours, yeah. But I was thinking East
We're
Coast because the
11
market
hours ahead.
closes.
Yeah, so it would be like for you guys, like
Same time the market closes.
midnight.
Essentially, midnight.
if it's 1 here.
Yeah, we'll do a show at midnight. That'll be fun. There's a lot of beautiful places to do that show from in Dubai.
Dubai is incredible. I'm gonna play 9 holes and at 9:30 at night, and then I'll come do the show.
Andrew Mills, how about some DM? Buying some DM. I don't know what that is. But I'll tell. Oh, is that Desktop Metals? I wonder if that is.
Any opportunities in Vegas? Gas just hit 505
So
here
we
in Orange
tweeted out.
County.
I tweeted out after the market closed that we added to our position of naked brands, bringing our total to 1,716,418, I believe.
Oh, that's a good point. King makes a good point. It'll be plus 10 by the time we get there because daylight savings.
Oh.
It'll
Yeah.
only be 10 hours ahead.
Is that true?
I actually think that. Oh no! Look at him. Look at the comments.
Will it be
Dubai will be
12?
plus 12. We'll be 12 hours ahead.
So the exact opposite
Oh
time.
God, it'll be the exact.
I can't believe you did that to me, King.
Is that really true?
Yeah, wait, which day is daylight saving?
Sunday morning.
Sunday? Yeah.
So when we fly and land at 7:36, it'll be 7:36
Yes,
in the morning.
I believe. Right.
Oh, that's messed up.
Yep, lose all that time.
I was pleased with today, but I want to get to comments from the audience here. Any questions the audience has, I'm going to answer them today. Chase, what are you working on? And obviously, you got to be careful to not disclose non-public information. I'm curious as to
Not like that VC firm on Twitter.
what they do.
Ticker Open, OPEN. I believe he disclosed that they were actually profitable in their Q3 before the report was released to some fake account on Twitter.
Well, that's a problem.
Yeah, not a good look. I'm working on a number of things. We're got a lot of real estate brewing, a lot of things. We can't really discuss too much.
Can I bring up something to you real quick? Can you go to my screen? So I'm thinking about my comment here. I went to an AMC theater the other day. I went to an IMAX. By the way, for full disclosure, I am short AMC. I went to an IMAX the other
Wasn't
day.
that Regal?
No, it was AMC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I saw Dune, which is a
Great
remarkable
movie.
movie. And there wasn't that many people there. Skyla, it wasn't
No,
full. Would you
no, it
would you
wasn't
say it
full.
was half full? Oh, you were with me.
Yeah, I was.
Actually, I think you were sitting next to me.
I was.
Um,
I was.
what did you think of that?
It was not full. I would say 50% or less. Like, there was not a lot of people in
Certainly.
WW421. I did tweet out that we own Mullen as a private company before it merged with Net Element. Let me be cautious here.
Cautious.
We like EV. We own a company called Turn On Green that makes EV chargers. We like UES that renovates buses, things for UPS that turns them into Chase, how do you
Repower.
explain that? Repower?
They call them repower, so they're like Section 8 vehicles or something. Essentially, the UPS delivery buses, school buses, things like that. They have contracts with Logan and UPS, and they do things like that for people, where they take their old buses, give them to them, and they make them EVs. And then it's a really interesting place. Some of them are fuel cell EVs, and others are pure EVs, depending on the areas.
Yeah. So we invested in Mullen prior to the IPO. And I'm not at liberty to say what we own yet. I believe the filings will be out tomorrow because it starts trading tomorrow under the symbol MULN, right? But I'm not unhappy. I am not unhappy. It is a very, very interesting investment. I believe in EV. I believe I believe in the future of EV. I believe in the electrification of the United States, and therefore,
He asked a little bit more in detail.
what did he ask for?
How much dollar-wise did DPW invest in Mullen, or what percentage of Mullen do you own? I don't believe we can share that.
I can't share it yet. I really want to. All I can say is we have a position, and I promise you, when I'm legally allowed to say it, and because there's some calculations of how many shares they reduced the share count, but certain people own a certain amount. And I technically had debt that got converted to preferred. And I want to say that's owned by DPW's subsidiary, Digital Power Lending. But I'm very bullish on things like the Amazon's Rivian that's going public.
80 billion.
What?
They're targeting an 80
Well, they're
billion
going public for $80 billion.
Yeah.
I think Mullen's going public for around $500 million. It's big. It's a good deal. I'm excited for the company. And WW4231, I will definitely, as I said on my Twitter, let people know what we own. When we made an investment on a $250 million balance sheet, or whatever it was at the time, it probably wasn't significant relative to disclosure. It might be now. Plus, we're going to file our 10Q soon. So I envision it'll be in the subsequent events, but I can't really comment on any of the specifics. But I could say, and I did get legal counsel's approval to tweet out that we own some. So there you go. We own some Mullen, and tomorrow it starts trading on the NASDAQ. So I'm very excited about that.
Should be an interesting day tomorrow.
Yeah. We filed confidentially for a SPAC, too, I think a couple months ago. So that's exciting.
When did we file?
I don't know. We put out a press release about the SPAC for DPW.
That was a couple months ago.
This person said, hold on, I can't read that. It said,
Which one? I can read it.
It says, Mullen disclosed today that they have...
They'll be granted 51 million total shares.
Right. We own some of those shares.
No comment. Further.
Yeah. But thank you for letting us know. Anybody have any comments about Dubai? I'm going there to meet a bunch of people at the Digital Mining Conference. Crypto Joe will be there. I know he's stressed out about traveling to Dubai. Lots of people are. I'm going to be there. You're going to be there.
Yep.
Chris Woo Woo
Chris Wu
is going to be there.
Chris Wu will be there.
I
yes.
love Chris Wu. I love calling him Chris Woo Woo. He's so cool. Skylar, you will not because you're not vaccinated.
Yeah.
You are a bad human being because you're not vaccinated.
Oh,
therefore, you're
boy.
penalized, and you don't get to go
Yep.
because the country of Dubai doesn't want you
Well, the
Yeah.
UAE.
because you're a degenerate because you won't get a vaccine.
Yep. And I'm diseased, even
Joe,
though I have
Crypto
more
Joe,
antibodies than you.
Crypto Joe, I couldn't hear you. I'm not. It's not my policy.
Oh, no, I know that.
I didn't set the policy up for Dubai. I just noticed that my assistant will not be with me in Dubai. Therefore, my wife will be taking my assistant's place. Yeah. We are meeting with Bitmain, and we are mining. I think we're mining around 15 million a year so far in Bitcoin on an annualized basis. And starting the 15th, we're going to put out. We're going to start on the 15th, start publishing how many Bitcoin we've mined. By the way, there's nothing cooler than seeing the wallet and a Bitcoin go in there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about that.
It is pretty cool.
And, obviously I'm going to Dubai to see see Bitmain for reasons, and obviously, we'll let you know what happens over there in Dubai. What good things can happen? I guess you could buy gold over there.
Mm-hmm. Buy gold.
You could buy gold.
And buy a lot of other things.
You can go
The market
golfing.
there.
You can go golfing.
Night golfing.
Yeah. You can talk
Mind
about
you.
you can talk about mining. And don't forget to bring your Speedo on the beach. Nobody would ever watch me in a Speedo. That is not. That would be. Skylar,
be
excited about me in a
sight to
Speedo?
see.
No, that would never happen. No, for sure. Todd, don't forget to wear compression socks at flight. Dead serious, pun not intended. By the way, you should know that I one time sat on an airline flight for, I don't know, better part of 9-something hours. Mm-hmm. I was on the runway for 4 of those in New York during a JetBlue scandal crisis thing. They actually brought pizza on the plane. It was terrible. The whole thing was a disaster.
Pizza sounds nice.
And then I got home, and the next day I had some sort of chest pains. And so they made me go to the hospital, and they checked me to make sure I wasn't having a heart attack. Mm-hmm. And it was all that sitting on the plane for 9, 10, 12 hours.
When I went to Paris, I slept for 10 and a half hours on that
Who
flight
is
and did
going
not
to
move.
verify and audit the Bitcoin holdings? Well, first of all, we use Markham, one of the biggest auditors in the country. I think they're the top 10. They do an annual audit for us. And we're going to publish, I believe, the open wallet. So you'll be able to see
Really?
from the data from the wallet.
Publish the address?
Yeah, because you can't steal it.
Yeah.
It's impossible to steal. If anyone ever steals
you could
Bitcoin,
probably find it, couldn't you?
if you had the address, you could find what we have. I traveled to work for Abu Dhabi. Can you read that, Tim K? I'm not able to read it.
Who's going to verify? Wait. Can we go back to that? Who's going to verify and audit the Bitcoin holdings? That's the whole point.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the blockchain.
That's the entire
you
point.
can't fake it. I mean,
of the blockchain and Bitcoin in general. It's decentralized. Everybody knows. You can read it. It's
I
open
traveled
source.
to work for Abu Dhabi once and could not see the pool from my room.
I don't know.
Is that part couldn't see my pool part? The important disclosure
it was really
part?
tall. Really tall. The building.
Oh, he was in a tall building,
I'm sure.
like the Burj Khalifa.
I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong.
The Burj Khalifa?
I hope that's how it's pronounced.
I've heard that I'm going to be managing meeting with someone from the Sovereign Wealth Fund.
A sovereign wealth fund.
Oh, a sovereign wealth fund.
I
Not
wouldn't say
necessarily
the-
Dubai's sovereign wealth fund.
Yeah.
But a sovereign wealth fund.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens there. It was 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, God.
It won't be that bad. I think it's going to be like 88 and 50, 60% humidity, which is still
Pretty hot.
It'll
I
be
think
nice
if you
to
missed
see.
it, if you missed the early part of what I said about naked brands, I'm going to repeat it really quickly. I believe enough time has passed from the announcement that Justin and the company is going to do something. I believe it's in Justin's best interest to announce a deal because he has a big stake in the company, and I think he's going to get handsomely rewarded for announcing a good deal. Do I know what it is? No. Do I know when it is? No. But as we come closer towards the end of the year, I suspect he wants to put that on the books and go into the new year. Mm-hmm. Keep in mind, I mean, how many days do we have left? Where this is November 4th, so you effectively have like a month and a half of trading and you're done.
Oh, of trading,
Yeah.
even less.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, but
For the
very
love of
few.
God, what are we going to do to find out the new ticker for DPW?
What, like 35 trading days?
I'm not aware of a new ticker for DPW. Was it someday would there be a new ticker? I can't comment on that. Todd and Chase, what is the Risk On broadcast schedule for the next 2 weeks? We are going to be in Dubai, and we'll probably do a Risk On broadcast on Wednesday night here in the United States.
Well, it'll
Wednesday
be
afternoon.
Wednesday after. It'll be regular time here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wednesday afternoon here.
But it'll be probably midnight.
You're messing me
for
up
us.
here. I don't
Yeah.
know what to do. There you go.
Or 1 a.m. Midnight or around anywhere midnight to 1 a.m. for us.
I saw SAVA trade up, and then they started buying Alzamen, and Alzamen traded up to 246.
That it did.
Looks like a lot of that selling, a lot of that pressure from all those people that converted that were in early in the investment from 5 years ago. Looks like a lot of that's out of the way. Hopefully that's true.
Fingers crossed.
I've not sold any shares of Alzamen personally, nor has the company sold any shares, nor does the Alzamen need any money. So hopefully that does a lot better now that all the original investors. Now, I'm not suggesting I know that all the original investors are out because I wouldn't know them all. There was like 346 of them. But when you add up all the volume and all the stuff that took place, it looks like You know, that's a possibility. They want the new ticker for DPW to be Todd.
I don't know how that would
work.
over.
That probably there are people out there that don't like me. I think that they would not like that.
Yeah.
Precious metals. The USD is playing a game of chicken. Who's going to blink first? I don't know.
Jeez.
Did you sell OLB? I did the other day.
This upcoming Wednesday, the 10th.
Yeah, the 10th.
The 10th WW.
We're going to be at the conference the 9th and the 10th. Actually, the 8th, 9th, and 10th. The evening
It
of the 8th.
starts on the evening of the 8th. Yep.
Yeah, should be a good time. Are you psyched out about it, or
No.
you're not? I am psyched out. I think when you get older, like I am, because I am much older than you. In fact, it's pretty easy to tell because I'm exactly 31 years older than you.
No.
Yeah, 30 years older than you. Like 30 and some change.
Yeah. But
I'll be 52. You just turned 22.
yeah, which would mean you're 29 and a quarter. You're not fully 30.
29 and a
Technically.
quarter.
29 and a little.
So yeah, you were born. I thought you were born about my 30th birthday. Probably not. Right,
Before.
Really?
Right before, because you're December and I'm October.
I got it.
So
Scott, you got a joke for us today?
I do. I thought it was pretty funny. So
Can you speak up about it?
I think it's funny.
knock knock.
Who's there?
A little old lady.
A little who?
I didn't know you could yodel.
Oh. I like that
God, whatever.
one. A little old lady
Those
who?
are, those are
Little lady who?
such bad, whatever, for sure.
Any date for Q number, message redacted.
We have to, DPW is obligated to report the week of the 15th. That's all I can tell you at this point. The week of the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
The week of the 15th. Anything else I wanted to cover about what we're doing here? What positions we have? I've covered a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
AG, MDRR, Naked Brands.
Already talk about the tapering?
The Fed tapering was kind of baked into the cake.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, if you were short, thank God we weren't short all those NASDAQ Qs that we covered about a month and some change
Up
ago.
and up and up
It's
and
went
up and up.
parabolic, right? It's just crazy.
Up and to the right, you keep buying, right?
One of the things that I think that's interesting to know is Biden and basically what happened in Virginia sets the stage for no action under the Biden administration.
Pretty much.
If they don't get something done by the time Congress kicks in next year, after they get their butts beat and the Republicans take control of the House and the Senate, which I think is almost a fait accompli, unless Joe Biden has some sort of lobotomy and something all changes. I know. Well, no. Here's my problem.
Jesus.
As you know, you know your grandfather. Dementia patients don't get better; they get worse unless they have a drug that works. And Alzheimer's is in clinical studies right now.
Yep.
You like that segue? And so,
Joe Biden lobotomy, all's meant.
no, my point here is that it doesn't seem like it's going to get any easier for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people want to elect Camilla, or Kamala, whatever her name is.
Kamala.
Yeah, and therefore you
Camilla.
have a big problem for the Democrats next year because unless Joe Biden rallies, which he could rally in the second year of his presidency, he could rally.
Maybe.
I don't think so. I don't think anything's getting done.
seems a little-
And by the way, that means the market's probably happy because it doesn't seem like anything is going to get done with.
He seems slow.
It doesn't seem like
Is a
anything's
nicer
going to get
word.
done there.
No.
Kathy Woods sells a big chunk of her Zillow stock after they have a debacle. And I questioned, how are they buying homes?
I don't understand that.
They were taking money and people liked it. They're like they were flipping houses.
Yeah,
And now they're
7,000
stuck with
of them.
7,000 of them. They took a big write down yesterday. Stock got clipped like big time down to
Hard.
$67.
Down to 67?
Yeah.
Wasn't
Zillow's
it one?
Zillow's gotten rocked. It was down from 160, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was
And so
160.
Zillow's $68.66, and Peloton has gotten rocked today. At one point,
Jesus.
down 22. It's 64.50.
No
So
way.
Peloton is
Peloton's 64.50?
64.50.
Is that after our? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
So sorry for joining late, but that's right. Peloton has gotten its booty kicked.
Wow.
And so I'm going to go over a couple more of these I'm gonna go over a couple more of these, and then I'm off to get my COVID test. You were negative.
Yes, I was.
Hopefully, Christy's negative, and we can go to Dubai. Naked Brands must go into its quiet period before the June 30th fiscal closing. Apparently, quarter earnings 12/20, November 10th. We'd need to hear by then. Okay, appreciate that. Sorry for the late joining. Peloton down from all-time high. Absolutely. Todd, when do you leave for Dubai? I am leaving for Dubai on Saturday.
He wants you to see the Bond movie before you go to Dubai. It's not happening. No chance.
I don't know how I'd fit anything. I got to go to a graduation.
Yeah, anything really.
My schedule's so packed. In fact, I'm doing this show today just because I don't want to go a whole week without kind of updating the market. I want to recap what I said earlier today. If I put out a tweet that says I have a position, that Twitter account is registered with the SEC. I filed an 8K. I will make sure that I update if I sell. If I sell, I'll update. I promise you that. I'm not one of those guys that says, hey, I bought it, and I won't tell you that I sold it. I'm talking about if I tweet. If I tweet something and say we have a position, I will tell you when I sell it. Can you talk about MRAI? Someone asked.
Marpay.
Marpay is they're a payment service and like health insurance administrator, and they're bringing AI to the subject. I know they're involved with Kaiser. I bought on the IPO. What did I pay? $4 for it?
$4.
That was a big depressed price from what they wanted to price it at. I think they got a lot of exciting stuff, and they're trying to save money in healthcare, and they're applying AI to it. We bought 950,000 shares on the IPO. It fell below the IPO for a few minutes. We bought some more. It traded way up. We sold a little bit, but we never sold any of the IPO shares. As of right now, we own 950,000 shares of MRAI. I know people are tweeting about it. You guys got to understand something. I've never spoken to Zach Morris. I don't know him. I have spoken to you, Henny. I do like him. So that's where I'm at with this. I don't coordinate tweets or anything. I don't know anybody else tweeting. Well, I know people that are out there, but they don't know my position. And so I know that there's other people talking about MRAI. It's a coincidence. I didn't do that on purpose. What else do I want to cover?
I don't know.
Without Jason here, I'm not covering a lot. Jason would be probably talking about Mr. Biden.
Mr. Biden or minerals or
gold or silver, right?
Gold or silver, AG, First Majestic, FRD, probably maybe some steel, supply chain issues, jobs report. Any jobs report?
There was. Hey, I'll tell you one thing I'm really pleased about with Jason is that he has been instrumental in helping us with Bitmain. And for that, Jason, I'm forever grateful. You've done your job there, my man. You've done your job. And you deserve some time off. Hopefully you're feeling better. Jason is not able to go to Dubai because Jason is not vaccinated. And I think that if there's one reason why he would get vaccinated, it would be to be with us in Dubai. But it's not a good enough reason. And therefore, Jason, I'm sure, would not be getting vaccinated. The markets obviously hit some new highs today. We'll cover that. Although I think most of you kind of know that about where we were here. I'll cover it real quickly here. The Dow actually, S&P hit a new high. NASDAQ, S&P is at 4680. Wow, huge move. Holy smokes.
Jeez.
NASDAQ 15,940, and then Dow 36,124.23, down 33. What a strong market.
Jeez, the NASDAQ is just nothing
I can't complain. I can complain about DPW, but I'm not allowed to because we're in a quiet period. If we weren't in a quiet period, I'd be able to buy, but I'm not allowed to do that. I'm not allowed to do anything because we're in a quiet period. Any other questions here? I need to get you verified on Twitter. Well, that is me for sure.
Oh, wow. Asking some pressing questions there, WW.
Yeah. So the next time you hear from me will either be tomorrow or from Dubai. We appreciate it, everybody. It's a 148. This is an abbreviated show. Hey, I just want to do a shout out to It's Good to Be the King. Looking forward to Elijah Rock. Looking forward to that single. Hopefully Brett is working on that.
Do you want to address that at all? 16. Somebody's trying to say that the miners are 20K a miner.
We do not pay $20,000 a miner.
I didn't know if you
I think we published that our mining price was about 68 a terahash. not 20,000 a miner. That's insanity. And
Maybe on Amazon. if
yeah,
you
we
wanted to
don't.
buy them
We
in
have a
public.
direct contract with Bitmain, and we don't publish the specifics, but I believe we did publish that the first round of miners was around 68 a terahash a T, give or take. But we don't go through the specifics on that. So, Douglas Gentz, U.S. mandates vaccines or tests for big companies by June 4th.
January 4th. I saw
January
that.
4th. What does that mean?
It's the OHSA mandate going into effect that any company with over 100 employees has a vaccine mandate or has to subject their employees to weekly testing and submitted to the. I don't know if it's submitted to somebody. I don't know how they're going to verify the testing or anything like that, but that's going into effect January 4th.
Yeah, I already do that. I already get tested every week.
If you have 100 employees,
Oh, yeah, 100 employees or more.
Some places laid off some, so you'd be at 95.
They might have some issues there.
yeah, I don't think we'll be mandating people get their vaccine. I don't think it's. It is what it is.
Got to get some weekly testing, which we
Hey
already
everybody,
do.
I'm
I
so
believe.
grateful that you are our audience and that you tune in and you follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Todd, TODD, and 3 big I's.
Hey,
so
you get-
Todd the third.
You get so many followers.
I do.
You're
follow
up
me on-
1,400 this week.
Follow me on Instagram at Todd Ault, TODDAULT on Instagram. Obviously, thank you for tuning into YouTube. I will be saying this today. We are going to 3 days a week starting December 1st. We will be broadcasting 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays starting December 1st. I can't stand the fact that I'm not broadcasting every day. As a compromise, we're going to be doing it 3 days a week. The show may be anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, but it's going to be 3 days a week. We're going to take 2 days off. We're going to adjust my schedule so that I can do it because, quite honestly, All Global and its subsidiaries are growing so fast that I'm stretched thin. Now, you hope I'd be stretched thinner than I am, but I'm not that thin. Not as
yet.
thin as my son or as good looking as my son. Although there was a time when I was as good looking, possibly when I was 22, but maybe that's why your mom left me eventually, right?
Oh, boy.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, boy.
Hey, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you in Dubai, and we appreciate all the support. Go join on Twitter. You can DM me directly. If you're just say, hey, Todd, follow me. I'll follow you back, and we can DM if you have any questions. As long as they're not public material questions, I can only answer the questions that are not inside information. It is the 4th of November, 2021. Everyone be safe. And I hope to be talking to you from Dubai, the World Bitcoin Mining Conference with Bitmain. Take care, everybody. Be well. Thanks, Skyla, Chase, Brett.